It's Ventilation System Service Day. What fucking fun. So, because I'm already having a bitch fit for the morning, I decided, you know what, I better medicate so that I don't snap while he's here. Or he or she. Not that I'd hurt anyone, it's just I don't want them hearing me ranting and raving. It's my form of chanting. I grieve a lot, and when I'm grieving, it can get quite loud. That's the reason for Mercy Claremont the last time. They refused to believe that I had Tourette's and that it was part of my religion, so I got forced into treatment yet again because of some fucking bullshit taken out of context. So as I said, being forced into treatment here too, I came home and took full bottles of oxycodone, Valium, and Cymbalta. I said, I'm not going to put up with this stupid shit anymore, especially when this goddamn area was hazing kids back in 2004. You people should ask some fucking questions before causing people to kill themselves. I'd like to file a formal complaint only to be told to shut up about that too. Now, shall I show you more of the taser fucking scars or just burst the other goddamn temporal artery? As I said, I'm more than happy to talk about Sheriff McGuffey and her ties to Bethel, fucking Ohio. Do you see the scar? Do you see the skull fracture? It left permanent behavioral, mood, and every other change you can imagine. If I can smell you, you are too goddamn close to me. Them using social media willy-nilly to push their agenda, the crazy checks. So let me tell you a little bit more about Deputy Gill and his wife, Rebecca. We did go to school together, remember? Not to mention her working in Stephanie Gollenstein Schumacher's drug peddling department side by side with my ex-husband. Oh, and then going to Comprehend to help smooth things over. Real cute. Oh, and Vicki Green from Comprehend recommending St. Clair for my mother who just needed a break. Well, shall I pull up Mrs. Adamson's nudes again? Yeah, his mother works for St. Clair in the psych department, apparently. Oh well. So yeah, they didn't believe me on the human trafficking in that area. Eat shit. Kinda looks like Jeff Horde too, doesn't it? Just a little larger. What in the hell did they think I meant in 2017? That I was going to come in guns blazing or something ignorant like that? Oh no. You have no goddamn clue how many of their nudes I have. I will stop everything. You people took me to Tinseltown. Because I started talking about your shit, remember? I have all the nudes from my situation in Pound Town. As I stated, in 35 states, including the Commonwealth of Kentucky, law enforcement are allowed to rape their detainees. As a form of punishment and more. It's sickening. Especially when the psych people get naked with them. More nudes. Let's see. I got asked if this one was Patrick Boggs. It's not covered. Oh, but nobody wanted to hear my side of the story. Well, naturally, Patrick's a little bit hairier. As I said, eat shit. I think Mr. Pumpellies and Mr. Roses are on my phone and I can't pull them up. I guess I could transfer them to my computer. In 2017, my simple post, taken completely out of context, was, "I will stop everything." They were afraid. I meant with the drugs and the whores. Hell, I've only been married around 90 times. Whore right here. I know this one. I know that one. Moving on. Cool, a new one. 3 days later, and all that one too. My definition of marriage is different than yours. Especially when it wasn't even legal for us to get married. When I would marry men who didn't even know air handlers had filters inside of them, I just couldn't stand it. I have to do enough. Especially when that particular husband wouldn't even allow me to go to church services with him. And like I said, the Baptists love paupers. I went to church anyway. The Woods are Baptists, aren't they, if memory serves me correctly? And Patrick with Malibu Barbie, more nudes. I know I didn't have a remote in my hand, but that's how I get through trauma. People judge me. You're crazy, 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 Mr. Horde. Lost touch with reality. You're delusional and hallucinating. Really? So that picture is just a delusion, huh? Cool. Just like this one. They didn't believe that I was being threatened. Look at this. Look at this one in the front. Oh, Mr. Horde, we don't believe you. You're crazy. You people are sick. They threatened to set our house on fire and then shoot us as we were trying to escape. Would let the air out of our tires. To the point we put brand new sets of tires on the Explorer and my Lexus only for the air to continue leaking out of them. Mr. Boggs told me to stop complaining when his goddamn drug peddling fucking department was threatening to kill me too. I'm not the one complaining. You are. Legitimate threat to life and those pieces of shit deleting the messages and obstruction? Have fun explaining that about your department. Well, I don't think I heard the doorbell ring, but I better look. Yeah, they message and say they're on the way, and that can mean 45 minutes to an hour. I hate living here. I hate living here. Just to get somebody to come and look at something. Like with the garage door, when the springs broke on it. When the springs broke on the garage door. Just for a service call, the cheapest place was $105 just for them to come out and look at it. I thought, this is fucking ridiculous. Thank you all again for bludgeoning me and causing fucking permanent damage. And I'm going to explain it. It did have the dual spring things up in these. Then they did it to this thing. It's called a torsion system. It's just one bar. And the line things that had snapped run alongside it. So it's much more streamlined. But like I said, just a service call because, let's see, that spring had completely busted. And we were relying on just the one. And it had a major stress fracture in it. But then because this spring was busted, this thing here snapped. But thankfully the door didn't lodge and it break the whole door. They were able to just replace this. And then they did that bar thing. It works perfect. It's so cool. Granted, it's loud. That's Probably an original door, I don't know. But it goes up and down evenly, much more quietly than it used to. It used to slip and go down way too quick because the door thing couldn't handle it. Oh well. That's another lovely thing their fucking stupid physical torture shit caused. Not even being able to look and fix shit like that. It's so annoying. Smells like Nana Bill's now. And I'm having another cup of tea. Window for them, 8 to 11. So we're going to be the first on the list, and they're still not here. Thank God that's the only fucking maintenance scheduled for the week. And of course she would have it scheduled when she would be out of the house. Well, maybe he'll be a cute dude. Hey. A lot of gay men are like that. I never really have been. You know, man, the plumber that was at my place today fixing my sink, man, he was hot. Whatever sexual activities, blah, 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 blah. I've never really been like that. I'm pretty sure one of the last dudes that was here with one of the things was like hinting to hook up. And I'm just like, you're hot and all, but I'm just, not like that, really. I mean, it depends. Like, you can ask any of the men in Mason County. I flirt. I touch your shoulder. You smell nice. Do you want to dance kind of flirty person. Not the type of person to say, if you're down for it, I am too. That's sometimes, but sex is boring, and it's not because I haven't had good sex, it's just boring. And the main reason it's boring for me is because it's normally painful. And not, stop. Consensual, stop. Painful. Just, God, don't move my leg that way. Don't push down on me like that. That hurts like hell, you asshole. God. Very boring, very vanilla, but it's because of my physical health. And then people tell me, don't cling to that, man. You can get over it. Not really. We all have our crosses to bear. Really rather go walking while it's cooler. It's supposed to be like 70 today. I don't know. But at least we have the ventilation system maintained. You should have heard my father bitching and moaning about having people out to the house to maintain the ones there. What in the hell are you talking about? I thought when you had them installed, it was just taken care of. I had 2 units installed in the Mason County house. One for the basement and the main floor, and one for the second floor. The motor in a Carrier, a good, not the, just builder grade Carrier, one of the upper models. I think they were called the Performance line. The indoor thing for the main floor and the basement, where Mom and Dad always stayed, the motor burned up in it within the first 5 years or so. Why? Dad would smoke like a fucking freight train without even opening a goddamn window. The man who fixed it was like, I have never seen an air handler motor caked in nicotine. It was so tarry, it was like like taking tar out of a bucket and blacktopping. Sorry. And I used good air filters, too. MERV 15 air filters in them. Hospital quality. But it doesn't catch that shit. The motor for that thing was around $1,000. But you see, to the outside world, I didn't pay for a damn thing. Oh well. They threatened to kill me for taking legal action against them. What was I supposed to do? With her family being the dumbasses they are, and his family backing their sorry asses up. So as I said, let me tell you about David Keith and Christy. Let me tell you about Judy being such a bitch, she told my grandmother she was too old for new flooring. Running my mother out of her parents' home after they died, because Judy and Jane wanted to go through and see where the cash and goods were. My grandmother and I were closer than any of them knew. She was the only grandparent I still had. Don't tell them a damn thing. They don't need to know. They'll just twist it into me coming up here mooching off of you or something and make me even sicker. Just sit and talk, I get bored too. Well, Debbie was there. Debbie was in her room a lot. And let's face it, I can conceal quite a bit. It's not like I'd go up there and spend the day. I just had to stop by and tell you the gossip. Just like when my grandmother wanted to paint the house. No, no, no. Judy is a bitch. And she knows it. That's why she gets away with it. Bud is too. They're perfect for one another. Bud Lucas pointing his disgusting finger at my deaf aunt waving his hand and then pointing at his foot like she's a fucking dog. Makes me fucking sick. Bud Lucas, this is for my Aunt Debbie, the deaf one. Bud. Bud Lucas is a twat waffle. Hopefully that makes her laugh. I haven't seen her laugh since our grandparents died and they forced